We are learning to ask questions before, during and after reading. When we ask questions before, during and after reading, it helps us to really understand what we've read. I am going to read the story, Watching the Game. Before I start reading, I'm going to think about some questions. I am going to write the questions I have before reading here. My first question is, what game will they play? My next question before reading is, what will the dog be doing? Now I'm going to read some of the story. Mika was at the park with Mum and Rocky. They were watching Patty and Tootsie play touch rugby. Mika and Mum watched the game. Rocky watched the ball. Woof, barked Rocky. Woof, woof. Mum took a tennis ball out of her bag. Here you are, Mika, said Mum. Go and play with Rocky. Woof, barked Rocky. Mika threw the ball and Rocky raced after it. Rocky came back with the ball. Mika threw the ball again and Rocky raced after it. Over and over again, Mika threw the ball. Over and over again, Rocky raced after it. Now that I've read some of the story, I'm going to think of some questions I might have during my reading. My first question is, why does Rocky like to chase balls? Why do dogs like to chase balls? My next question is, what will the problem be? I know that made-up stories have a problem, so I think there might be some sort of problem going to happen in the story. Now I'm going to read the rest of the story. Mika didn't see that they were getting closer to the game of touch rugby. He threw the ball again and it landed on the field. Rocky ran onto the field, but he didn't race after the tennis ball. He raced after the rugby ball. Come back, Rocky, shouted Mika. Rocky, come here, shouted Mum. Get off the field, Rocky, shouted Patty and Tootsie. Rocky raced after the ball. Everyone raced after Rocky. Rocky got the rugby ball. He wagged his tail. Tootsie took the ball off him. Bad dog, she said. He's not bad, said Mika. Rocky just wants to play rugby. Woof, barked Rocky. Now that I've finished reading, I'm going to think of some questions to ask after reading. Why did Tootsie think that Rocky was bad? And my second question after reading is, how will they stop him doing it again? To help me understand the story, I asked some questions before reading, I asked some questions during my reading, and I asked some questions after my reading. When you ask these questions, you can discuss the possible answers with the other people in your group. Happy reading!